welcome to the next video. This is part 2 of the guided meditation video that I just shared with you all, and this is going to be our meditation and mind clearing tips and tricks. Clearing the mind in meditating is something that a lot of people have a hard time with, especially nowadays. Everybody is so busy, we have so much going on, and we live in such a fast-paced society where it's like, go to work, go grocery shopping, clean the house, do the laundry, boom, boom, boom. We have so much going on. So not only is it nice, but it is very, very important to every day take some time to slow down your mind, clear your mind, and dedicate even just a few minutes to yourself, just to slow down and de-stress and just calm down for a minute. So, which can be very hard to do because even when we're meditating, the thoughts start trickling in, and next thing we know, we're making a grocery list, or we're thinking about what we need to do next, or we're thinking about work, or whatever it may be. So, my first tip for meditation is to find a comfortable, quiet place. If you have the kids running around screaming, or if you're outside and you live in a heavily trafficked area, that might not bother some people, but for some people that could be very distracting. Or for another example, maybe someone's watching TV in the next room and it's a little loud. So just finding a spot, maybe that's outside, maybe that's in the woods, maybe that's in your bed, wherever, a quiet place where you feel safe and comfortable. That's another important thing, not only quiet and comfortable, but a place where you feel safe and where you can completely relax and let your guard down. So for an example, say you think it would be fun to meditate in the park, but then as you're doing it, you're kind of thinking like, oh my goodness, people are watching me, or somebody's about to come, or this is so awkward. So maybe if you have a little bit of a social anxiety towards that kind of stuff, meditating in the park is not for you. So maybe in your own yard, or in a quiet spot in your house where you're kind of tucked away and hidden from everybody else might be a little bit more suitable for you. So that's definitely very important, finding the spot in the position that works for you. So some people, it's hard to just sit like this and meditate. Some people feel a little bit more comfortable in a chair. Some people like to lay down in savasana. Some people, need pillows and different props to really get comfortable and really be able to relax their body and sink into the meditation. So it's really tailoring your meditation towards you and finding exactly the most comfortable way for you to sit or lay that works for you, where you can really let go of everything, not think of anything, and just sink into that meditation. So for mind clearing, that is something I even struggle with. Like I mentioned before, the grocery list, I'll do that sometimes. That's actually a real thing. I was teaching a yoga class in person, and we were laying in savasana, and I'm like, okay, so I need zucchini and bananas and apples and oatmeal. And then you just have to be like, wait, don't get angry, don't get frustrated, because it's natural, it's normal to think of things. Things will come into your mind, but you just have to send those thoughts on their way. So giving those thoughts no energy, don't putting any emotion towards those thoughts, don't get angry or upset or frustrated. Just think, okay, so now I'm thinking of a grocery list. We don't want to be doing that. We want a clear, open, and free mind. So I'm just gonna send that thought on its way. As thoughts come into our mind like they naturally do, just say, okay, I'm thinking of something. That's all right. But I want a clear mind. I want to meditate. So we're gonna send that thought on its way. I like the cloud analogy a lot. The cloud imagery visualization. You place the cloud, take it out of your brain, place the thought on a cloud, and you watch the cloud float away. So that's a fun one, because you can bring some imagery and visualization. Why can't I say that word? Visualization. Visualization. Okay, whatever. But you get the hint. So just you can kind of use like a fun way to, let the thoughts drift away. So focusing on the breath, that's a really good one. Every time you inhale, exhale. Just be hyper aware of your own breathing. You don't necessarily have to alter it. It doesn't have to be forced deep breathing or anything. You can just use your natural breath, or you can do deep breaths if you want. You can do a breathing exercise. Breathing exercises are a great way to aid with meditation, because especially ones that are a little bit more complicated and intricate, it's a good way to distract your mind. So you're thinking of yourself breathing rather than, all the other thoughts that might be coming into your mind. So there's a bunch of different breathing techniques, breathing exercises, but your natural breath can be one, just breath awareness. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just being aware of your breath, being aware of the inhales and the exhales. Or some people like the counting to 10. As you're meditating, you count 1 through 10, and you try to get up to 10 without having any other outside thoughts. And then you just keep repeating the cycle of counting from 1 to 10 over and over again until you are finished with your meditation. That one doesn't work as good for me. I'm more, I like music. I like to focus on the music or a mantra, or even repeating the mantra to myself in my mind, or breathing exercises. Those are really good ones that I like. I'm gonna do a video on alternate nostril breathing, and then I think I already have a hard meditation video uploaded. You can look through my meditation playlists, and also just guided meditations. Sometimes listening to someone else's voice and having them carry you through the meditation and bringing in some imagery and some visualizations, that is really helpful, especially in the beginning when you're first meditating, because sometimes I'll be meditating and I'll realize that I'm just like thinking of something, whatever it might be. It could be anything. But then you start to think, how long have I been distracted for? How long have I been dwelling on this thought instead of trying to keep a clear mind? So, it's definitely a challenge. Everybody starts somewhere, but like anything, with practice makes progress. So the more you meditate, the easier it will get to clear your mind. And you also have to remember, there's no bad meditation session. If you dedicate even 3 minutes to yourself, where you can just sit there and relax and sit in the quiet and maybe listen to some music and put the effort forth to clear your mind, that's amazing. Any little step you take, any little effort you make towards relaxing, de-stressing is really good, and it's really a positive thing for yourself. So try not to hold too much expectations for yourself and for your meditation practice. Just let it happen naturally. Don't hold yourself to this really high expectation where I'm going to meditate for 6 hours straight in the desert like the Buddha, and I'm gonna sit under this tree and meditate for days. Obviously that's exaggerating, but maybe you start little. So like I said, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If it's your first time meditating, don't try to do an hour-long guided meditation, because you're gonna get distracted, and then that might be a little frustrating for you. So start off small and work your way up. Don't hold any expectations for yourself or your practice. Anything you do is beneficial, and anything you do is good. It's healing, it's relaxing, and it's good for you. So I hope those were some helpful tips for people struggling with meditation, or for people who are interested in getting into meditation. If you haven't, check out the previous video, I'll link it somewhere, of the guided meditation that I just did. So see you in the next video. Namaste.